We diverge, just for a moment, as we navigate the deep dark of space and approach the outer limits of what we know as reality. Here we are guided far and away from the worlds, systems, and galaxies you know, until at last we leave this universe behind. What we now see and contemplate is a massive network of strings, chains of causality locked in ever-changing, ever-expanding, and ever-spinning web of roads taken and not taken. Here, in its most physical form, we observe the multiverse. Every picosecond, we see another thread, another universe vibrate into existence, and from its nexus, many more will spring. Cause, effect, decision, paths walked and treaded, and roads not taken that take on lives of their own. Infinite diversity and infinite combinations leading to infinite possibilities. Every strand a universe a story, and every story an infinity. However, right now, we're not focusing on any one universe. Not just yet, at least. Right now, we passed many of them, all of them, in fact, as we delve into the center of this web to find an odd occurrence. A single, solitary nebula, shaped like the iris of an eye. The handful of beings who know of this place refer to it as the Eye of the Wayfinder. At the center of this eye sits an asteroid, once part of a world once long ago lost. And yet on this little asteroid, life continues. For on this surface sits a beautiful town called Wanderlust, populated by creatures of every shape and type, survivors of a long ago war, as well as their descendants. Yet we move past them into the center of this town, where a great and mighty tree stands, the canopy of its branches reaching out to cradle the sky, even as the chains of wisteria flowers droop down to meet us. The petals are glittering and white, signifying winter here, and we see that snowflakes have already begun falling from them, covering Wanderlust in a gentle blanket of snow. Yet we settle down to the base of the tree itself, where a 3-story Earth-style Victorian home sits, colored in blacks and greens and creams. There are chairs and tables just outside of it, and the sign near the staircase, itself covered in a dusting of snow, reads, "Welcome to the Everbright Archive and Tea House." If we had gotten here earlier, we would see it alive with patrons of all ages, taking part in the teas and books offered here. But the hour is late, and the shop is closed. Yet, there is still a light on. As we enter the tea house, we see a salt and pepper shaker-shaped robot hovering about the floor. Where it was once a being created for war and hatred, it has been reformed, retrofitted even. Where instruments of death and fear once sat, now sit metallic claw-like appendages, one holding a spray bottle and the other one holding a dust rag, as it wanders about the shop, spraying and wiping and shouting, "Cleaning! Cleaning! All dust and dirt and grime must be exterminated!" Sitting at the bar of this shop sits a man with skin of deep brown, his locks hanging low as his brown eyes scan a ledger, his pen furiously writing out figures and totals. His butterfly-winged haori hangs from his shoulders and down his back, and the black leather mage hat he would normally wear sits atop a pile of large and old leather tomes. As he writes, one of them moves, ever so slightly, and then again. This time the man notices, and an eyebrow quirks as he raises his head and looks over at the book as if to say, "Well, out with it." The book flies forward and opens and knocks the pen from the man's hands. The man, noticing the book as it is opened to a blank page, takes the time to look at the spine of the book, notices the title, and smirks. as he reaches for his hat and says, "Ah, I see. I guess that means that it's my turn." And he puts the hat on, gives it a jaunty tilt as he looks out across the multiverse and says, "Hello, and welcome to the second season of Legends and Lore, a unique 7-episode collaborative mini-campaign using Dungeons & Dragons 5e 2014 rules, featuring these 5 talented content creators that will bring their characters to life, all along with taking on the task of Dungeon Master in subsequent episodes, shaping the narrative how they decide, bringing it to an epic conclusion. My name is Sphinx Akasha. I am your champion of bards. I will be taking on the role today of Dungeon Master / storyteller, as well as Satoru Baratunde, a ASMR monk / warlock, who has revealed that he is not who he initially claimed he was, that he is in fact a king killer gone into hiding. But enough about me. Sam, please tell us a little bit about yourself as well as your character.
Sorry, my name is Samantha Clare, Samwise Banshee on all of the socials for all my D&D related content. I am a professional voiceover actor. I have been in lots of children's games mostly, but you can also find me on Voyage Media produced podcasts. I do a lot of children's voices for them. That is my specialty. I will be playing Larkspur Oruk, also known as Lark, who is our orc cleric who seems very bright and sunny, but clearly has some kind of darker depression going on, as well as it was evident last time when she so easily got tricked by a fae into trying to become something that she was not. That's me.
Awesome. Atlas, would you please tell us a little bit about yourself as well as your character?
Yes. Hey, nerds. My name is Atlas. I am Half Giant Atlas on all of my socials. I am a YouTuber, a professional game master, and a writer as well. I will be playing Maeve Barclay. She is a tiefling rogue because I'm super original. We found out last session that she has a little bit of a dark past. Shocker. And she's just in this to survive. She found herself with a group of unwitting friends, and she's happy to be here despite what her face may suggest.
Lovely. Zane, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself as well as your character?
I'm Table Time Zane on most of my social media, Zane Romine in real life. And I'm part of Table Time Productions. And my character, Ignatius Flint, last episode, the party found out that I not only have had a previously long and scary adventure, but I had to do some pretty terrible things to bring that adventure to a close. And Ignatius is now trying to regain his power and regain himself after that.
Awesome. Therese, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself as well as your character?
Hi, I'm Therese, Tessellatrix on most socials. I play Nim. Nim is a half drow, half human warlock. Last session, she too displayed a bit of a dark side. An otherwise kind of cheerful and pleasant young woman revealed that it was not, in fact, her returning home to find her clan dead, but that she accidentally murdered all of them in a dream. So she's probably not well, but she's coping. I think along with everybody, I think we're all realizing that we're coping with different things in different ways and trying to help each other the best we can in our own weird ways because we can't fix ourselves. So hopefully it becomes like a braid where we're all helping one another in different ways. Yeah.
Hopefully.
And lastly, but not leastly, Eric, our fearless leader, would you please tell us a little bit about yourself as well as your character?
Absolutely. So my name is Eric. I'm the Grin Master for Crit Eating Grin, this channel in which you are watching this amazing episode on. I am actually going to be playing Cord Treblecleft. He is just a human bard who is looking, as we found out in the last episode, he's looking for his sibling. He believes that things could be worse off than he realizes. We'll just leave it at that.
Amazing. Groovy. Well, let's say we begin our story. As the champion of bards looks out into the multiverse, he focuses on one chord, one thread, which is universe M129-Z, which is the universe where we find our players. We start off about 2 months after the events of the last episode. Everyone is still kind of in the midst of coping, I assume, with this revelation, their souls made as bare as they've made them probably in quite some time. What have you all been doing in these last 2 months? I'll start with Maeve. Maeve, what's she been up to?
Maeve has been doing her best to make amends for lying to everyone on the ship. She has since most likely shown where she's hiding all of her hoard and has, kind of said, I'm sorry, you can have it back. Oh, this was yours, my bad. And
That's my underwear.
Your pile of hair ties under the chair.
Some of it, anything she thought was valuable, she was going to try to continue to hoard on the ship, but she would have found probably maybe mildly valuable things, maybe survival things. I don't really know. And she would have given it all back, or at least divvied it up amongst the survivors and said, made amends for all that. And she most likely would have spent the rest of her time, like she normally does, training, mixing different poisons, trying to kind of get ahead of whatever it is they may find on the next step of their journey, trying to make friends with everybody who was also on the ship, all the rest of the survivors, and just doing her best to survive like everybody else. That's her default setting, is just survival.
Legit. Cord, what's Cord been up to these last couple months?
That's a great question. Because I don't know, but we're going to go with this. Cord, I think once he's kind of divulged a lot of the stuff that he was basically lying to his parents in the previous episode, he's concerned for his sister, who he's not sure is alive or dead. He's under the belief that that horrific entity, monster that destroyed the ship and kind of like marooned us all here or put us on our path here could have been something crazy from his parents, because they may have found something out. I think that he would have started picking the brains of Nim and Lark, because Lark is a cleric and I believe, Nim, you're a warlock. So he's trying to like pick your brains about revivification spells, spells that are like very, on the dark side of things, like warlocky. And he's basically doing research and trying to think of something in case he comes across his sister or finds a sister and she's not among the living.
That's legit. Okay.
So you want to learn about necromancy. All right.
As a matter of fact, just for fun flair, I believe I've taken Speak with the Dead as one of my spells to reflect that.
Nice. Well done.
Probably taught to him by Nim, potentially.
Legit. Nim, what are you doing? Or what have you been up to
Well,
this last 2
I
months?
now have to change what I was doing because apparently I'm helping Cord. So,
Not necessarily. I mean, you could just be like, "Hey, great, here," and then go away, kind of vibe.
send it by a raven. I think Nim's instinct. She wouldn't have left the group. I think she would have set up a little bit out of town, like away from everybody. I think she would default to some of her earliest childhood training, a lot of meditation and a lot of stave work. That was just kind of, and her grandmother, you know, she used to work her until she was like crying and bleeding and just fell down, and then she could sleep. And so she's kind of going back to this place where she knew that she wasn't a danger to anybody. And even though she's not dreamed in a long time, because she takes all these precautionary measures, I think she's feeling very vulnerable, and she's feeling that now these people know she doesn't want to give them any reason to be afraid of her. And she would go back into town and she would check in with everybody. She would just be a little bit removed. So she would obviously check in with Cord and with everybody else. I think that she's just kind of, been quiet, been meditating, been trying to not be the scary death lady.
Cool. And Ignatius. What's Ignatius been up to these last couple months?
Well, Ignatius got a spell book last session. So Ignatius has been learning his spells, transferring them into his own spell book, taking the time and doing odd jobs to get the money to do that. But also he's taken, after hearing Cord's story, he's taken a bit of interest. And so he's actually taken some divination magic to represent that. Some locate spells and some other things. He's not told Cord about this because he's a grumpy old man and not good at communication. But he's practiced them so that if Cord asks, or Ignatius gets the inkling to, he can do those things. Though he does lack some familiarity with the subject, so have to find a way around that. But no, just studying magic, working odd jobs, being generally cantankerous.
All right. We like the cantankerous old man in this house.
He's Maeve's best friend, whether he likes it or not.
I prefer high-functioning curmudgeon. Thank you.
High-functioning curmudgeon. I like that. And Lark. What's Lark been up to these last couple months?
Well, she certainly would be willing to help Cord. And I think she also might have some questions for either Cord or Ignatius in the vein of, mechanically speaking, with everything she went through, I took Fey Touched, and I feel like that's very foreign magic to her as a cleric. So she now kind of has these things that she can do as a result of almost having her soul consumed by a Fey entity. That definitely kind of wigs her out a little bit. And I'm sure she gets a variety of reactions on, oh, that's cool, you can do that thing now. And maybe you should be worried that you still have some kind of connection. I'm sure she has the occasional PTS dream about what she went through. But I think sort of her initial mistrust with some of you and some of the powers that you showed previously has lessened and softened since, sort of as much as you were forced to hear kind of those backstories and understand reasoning and for why you guys were put in the positions that you were put in. I do think she is trying to have a much more positive outlook on herself and her circumstances. And I think she probably would have reached out to Sphinx is your name, to Satoru for maybe like meditation help and confidence boosting things in there.
Amazing.
And obviously she works in the tea shop, so she sees you all the time.
Yeah. And Satoru probably would have been, not probably, he has been, one, he's been throwing himself into making the tea shop better, kind of upgrading it where he can. He's refined the apartment above where he lives to now have a bit of a dojo, where he's built kind of a wooden man and some dummies with which he can practice his sword work and his magic. I would also say that he's probably gone to Ignatius for some magical tutelage, as I have also taken the Magic Initiative Wizard feat, because he wants to recreate. And I thank you for that. As now, like the truth about what he is and how he gained these other abilities has come about, he feels more comfortable with this idea of, well, if I'm going to have my wife's magic, I'm going to use it in the ways that she would have. And he creates himself a familiar, a little white fox that he names Shume after his wife. That follows him around and is just kind of helpful. He would have also, I think, reached out to Lark and very, very profusely apologized for keeping those parts of him secret, and would have, if she were up for it, told him stories about the life he had before.
She definitely would have listened.
And also about the things about her father that you probably didn't know before.
Nope,
now.
no idea.
The fact that he was a martial arts master that taught him, and the stories. Because I want to say it. How old is Lark right now?
I wrote it down. I did. I swear. It's I know it's early 20s. I want to say 23.
Okay. So Lark would have last seen him before she had come to stay with him when she was about 7 or 8, because it was 15 years ago that everything had kind of gone down. And so he would have kind of given her kind of the rundown of like what's happened between then and the time she came to stay with him. Would have reached out to everyone in his own time to check in, make sure they're all doing all right. Also gotten some pointers from Lark as a cleric, because I also took the Magic Initiative cleric feat. Because, yeah. So wanting to get a hand on, what that will entail, mending and how to heal, so that all the healing is not necessarily placed on her.
It's fine. You guys did great last time. You didn't need a cleric at all.
I'll beg to differ at the
end. Cleric.
3 hit points left.
Oh no. So I imagine in all of this time we'd have definitely gotten some long rests and things in, and we will begin on a typical day at the tea shop, and it just so happens that everyone is gathered there for one reason or another.
Nice.
Satoru is behind the counter, likely either cleaning off one of the many, many teapots that he has procured or made himself, or serving some customer in the shop. Lark, what would Lark be doing today in the tea shop?
Presumably working. She's helping clean up spare glasses, serve customers, anything she can to kind of keep busy, keep, as long as she's moving, she doesn't have to think, sort of thing.
Fair, very fair. And I guess go to Ignatius. What's Ignatius doing hanging out in the tea shop?
Ignatius is probably finishing transcribing the very last of the spells from the spell book. Trying to fight down the urge to cast animate objects on many things. He's not smiling, but he seems very content as he kind of hums this kind of off-key melody to himself. Happy, at least internally, to be in a space where he's surrounded by people he has come to trust again. And that's not a feeling that he's felt in a long time after being alone and after his adventures. And he's satisfied by his progress with magic. He's regaining a lot of his former glory or power. So he's quietly having a cup of tea while he scribes in his spell book, and occasionally glances up and looks at the rest of all of you and raises his bushy eyebrows as he watches you all do one thing or another.
Groovy. Cord. What's Cord up to?
I think that Cord would have probably found a quiet little corner in the tea shop in which he could just play a little bit of ambient music. The pipes were repaired, so he's kind of learning to do that. I think he also takes time to attune to this beautiful drum in which he acquired, and he's learning how to give very simple kind of beats and music with the drum to kind of help with the atmosphere. I think he also keeps an eye on Ignatius a little bit, watching kind of what he's doing. And I also think that he tries to use his charisma or his charm to speak with Lark to give like words of reassurance, because he sees that she might be dealing with some things. So he's a bard, he's gonna kind of like try to make sure that she is in a good place. Subtle comments here and there, just, how's the day doing? That's a very nice flower in your hair, whatever it may be. Nothing intrusive, just very uplifting, positive things is kind of what he'll be doing.
Okay. I think Baratunde would kind of notice that, and just kind of like subtle smile, kind of nod, kind of okay, and just kind of go on about his business.
Also, if Shumei is out and about, Lark would absolutely be obsessed with the little white fox familiar and constantly be giving it snacks when she could and pets, and she would love it.
You make it that little sling.
Yeah. Can I put it in the baby pouch? Can I? Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Shumei would love that.
It's like the little baby Bjorn or whatever they're called.
Absolutely. Yep.
Yeah,
She would just. I understand this is your familiar, but also she's mine.
Oh, okay. Then, sure. Yeah. she needs to be socialized. So yeah, that's fine. Nim, what would Nim be up to in the cafe today?
I feel like Nim would have one of the things that she did during her 3 months of meditation is she called forth, she tried to play music, which was the whistle, and she summoned the angry goose again. And so she kind of made it a point as she meditated to like send this toward the goose, like friendship. And after a while, the goose, I think, just kind of gave up and decided there are worse alternatives than to be with this weird lady. So she would have brought the goose with her 100%. and she would be sitting drinking coffee, which she would ask Satoru for permission to like, if he could brew her a coffee rather than a tea, because she doesn't want to offend his sensibilities and the fact that she's
like,
in a beautiful tea shop.
Of course, like for Nim, he probably would have gotten like her very own like French press that he keeps in the shop. He's like, here you go.
She would just be like, are you sure you don't want me to pay for some of that? Because like I'm the only one that uses it. Nobody else uses it, just me. You just keep making the espresso, and I love it. I love it so much. Are you sure?
It's fine. It's
jittering
not a
with
problem.
espresso. I also feel like the thing with Ignatius is I feel like Ignatius is the kind of guy who would not tip only because he doesn't see the point in tipping his friend. Like, it's his friend. Why would he tip his friend? It's their friends. It's not business.
You're not wrong.
Yeah. So I think Nim's just kind of sitting there with her goose, whose name is Magusa. She does not know.
Writing that down.
Can I add something?
Yes.
She doesn't know the goose is a boy, though. But the goose also doesn't care. The goose kind of likes the name and is like, I'm okay with this.
Can I add that the whistle is actually a slide whistle, which is why you keep summoning the goose?
Even worse than that, it's an actual bird whistle.
Okay.
He thinks it's a one-note pipe.
Is it one of the ones that looks like a bird that you put water in that makes that choo-choo-choo-choo sound?
Yep.
And it's just honk, 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 honk.
They're horrible. I hate them. I love this.
I also, to add on to the goose lore here, feel like while it might be the obvious thing to think that the fox would try to go after the goose, I feel like the goose is probably very aggressive about the fox, and Lark is therefore very protective of this small little baby. How could your goose be so mean to her?
No, her goose is a particular breed that they're actually quite lovey-dovey and they're big sweethearts. Have you ever seen the ones that look kind of fluffy?
Yeah.
The feathers are fluffy. Yeah. So they're actually an endangered species of goose, and so they encourage people to get flocks of them and start your own flock of these geese, and they're very sweet and loving. So, they would mean mug the fox. They would just like look around with the eyes and then just, kind of lean back, but then would never go after the fox.
Oh, sure. No, it's the dog that's scared of the cat. This is the dynamic here.
Yeah.
I love that.
I feel like Cord would be deathly afraid of the goose if we want to throw some canon out there. He's got a fear of this goose.
Cool.
Because it's mean mugging. I mean,
I have to be like Magusa.
They are called demon chickens for a reason.
He's in his mind, he's concocted this theory that this goose is a very bad druid that is hunting him down for some reason. And that's what I'm just going to put that into the background there.
I like that.
If we're all dropping goose lore.
the most important central theme of our story.
The most important persona in this episode.
Absolutely.
I feel like the goose, while the goose is lovey-dovey, I feel like the goose would not like Ignatius because of some accident in the past where Ignatius and fire was involved, and I maybe singed the goose's feathers, and there's some bad feelings.
There would be a grudge. There would be a bit of a grudge. Yeah.
There would be a grudge.
Yeah. A very polite, frosty grudge.
It's like Cold War.
Yeah. A very stony silence, the dead stare. Everyone else gets that kind of animated, like, Magusa. Ignatius just gets the...
I need a plushie of Magusa right now.
Legit.
I think we need one for Shumei as well. We need two little
Agreed.
plushies.
It has to happen.
I was going to cast Conjure Familiar at some point during this episode, but I don't think I will now. It's just, we have what we need.
I feel like we've all gotten emotional support creatures.
Keep it open. Keep it open. If something pops up, it's there.
It's a ritual spell.
Yeah, it's there.
Yeah.
You got it.
Yeah.
That's amazing. I'm also going to drop some goose lore because it's fun. The goose loves barley tea.
Oh, hell yeah.
Satoru has tried figuring out whether or not the goose likes to drink tea, because Shumei also likes tea. And it's let's try several varieties of tea for the goose to try, and a good deal of them has gotten either no response or ugh, this is gross response. And then he tries barley tea, and the goose is no, this one, this one right here. And so, as Nim is drinking her coffee, there's also a nice-sized bowl of barley tea on the table for Megusa to drink.
She would appreciate that. I'm putting a picture of her in the Discord under the lore section.
Amazing.
It is appropriate.
She is a blue Sebastopol goose.
Oh,
Maybe
we
she is
love
geese.
her.
We don't know.
Frightening. So afraid.
Love it.
Yeah, if that thing's mean mugging you, my poor little fox, come on.
I love her so much.
All right, the fox is fine. It's currently mean mugging Ignatius.
I mean, who doesn't mean mug Ignatius? It's a low bar, my friend.
Yeah,
It's good he can wear
Ignatius
underwear.
mean mugs everybody. He's got that resting wizard.
You
face.
mean mug
He does. He's
yourself,
got resting
though.
lizard face.
Yeah.
Yeah, resting wizard face. I love that so much. Oh my gosh. And Maeve, what are you doing hanging out here at the cafe?
Dropping goose lore.
Dropping goose lore.
Yeah.
Oh God, is Maeve just telling all the lies she can to all
Probably.
the townspeople
Honestly,
to just
probably.
spread as much goose-formation?
Most likely. Maeve
Now
would
Megusa
be.
really is like a
I
nine-headed
got a smell for that.
Yeah.
creature.
Hydra.
Megusa is. It is called. It's the Hyunkening. And it's just a hydra. It's a goose hydra. It's called the Hyunkening. HJO
Can I-
with an umlaut. RNK.
Can
But
I say that I'm helping Maeve with rumor? Because it's a spell. Spread this false goose lore.
And Nin is not going to understand why every time she walks somewhere with the goose, people are backing away or giving her weird looks. And the goose knows, Megusa knows, but Nim's just okay, well.
And Maeve will completely act like she hates this goose. She'll
my
get.
God.
I don't like birds. Get the goose away from me. But she'll secretly sneak it tea cakes under the table. Secretly she adores this goose. But above the table where everyone sees her, she fucking hates this thing.
Megusa
Meanwhile,
lets her get away
poor
with it.
Cord is having nightmares about the company.
Meanwhile, she's just jealous that she did not also get a pet. And she also wants a pet.
Make
But
one.
she wouldn't know what to do with it if if she ever got one. Oh, it would. It would be
It's 1 feet away.
It would be an otter.
Why do I feel like
Oh,
if
an otter, I
Maeve
see
made
that.
a pet, though, if somehow Maeve got the ability in her to make a pet, it would be like a 3-legged dog.
It absolutely
Or,
would be a 3-legged dog.
Or
Or
I can see
something.
her
It would be
going
one of
like
those-
a
And you would be
corvid,
like, you're
magpie,
perfect.
raven.
You
with
would
heels,
think it would
shiny
be like a
eyes.
raven
Yeah, no,
or a
that's what I
spider
Yeah.
or a
No.
snake, but no, it would be like a chinchilla. Something
What
cute
are
and
those?
adorable that would just be off the wall for her, and she pretends that she hates it, but really she is just anime
Thrilled.
eyes over it.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll figure
like
something out.
I
It'll
always
come
thought
to
it
me.
would be something that stole something from
Oh,
Fantastic
ferrets?
Beasts, that little thing that.
Yes, a niffler.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
God,
niffler.
yes. Yeah,
I'm
the
here
little
for that.
platypus-looking motherfucker. Oh my God, I love it.
Everybody's possessions are in it.
It gives me cute. Oh my God, it gives me cute aggression so bad. I would love it. It would be perfect for me.
I feel like now we're
Amazing.
turning
Cross
into
universes.
a gang of people whose animals are going to do their crimes.
I mean,
we should
Bengans
play
and doggies
the
is a thing.
animals.
At least they'll be able to
It's
rescue
just-
us when we all get caught.
That's true.
That's true. Yeah.
It's just a
But
party. of
meanwhile-
One more
animals
piece of goose
and
lore.
cord.
And then we'll actually do some
And then
non-goose
I'll
things
actually
this
tell you
evening.
what Maeve is doing in the tea shop.
One more piece of goose lore. So Maeve mentioned that all of these stories and things, there's some people that fear the goose. There are also people that kind of revere this goose. Maybe even low-key worship this goose. So every now and again, there'll be some kind of weird offering that will show up near the goose.
All praise the Yonk Lord.
Little nicely wrapped leaf packages,
Yonk.
berries or something. Oh.
You just get random packages of like high quality barley tea delivered to the tea shop every once
With like
in a
juniper
while.
berries and stuff. Yes.
The best thing is she would just
I
pick it
didn't
up in her
order this.
beak and carry it like it's a little package for her. Like she just got a gift. Nim doesn't
we can
question
go say,
it.
you know,
He's afraid of the answer.
Oh
It's like
god,
for Magusa.
that
Like
was
I didn't.
great.
I have an
didn't order
entire note page here just about goose lore. I'm so glad we could take this journey together.
It's going to be a great episode, you guys.
So much.
That was.
But
the
anyway,
greatest
no, what
character
Maeve is
building I've
actually.
ever
I'm
seen.
sorry.
Go ahead, please.
I'm so sorry. But what Maeve is actually doing is probably sitting in a different secluded corner, like going over what bits of your tea would also work with her poisoner's kit, and like how she could hide certain poisons in certain teas, and though therefore they wouldn't make any like scents or smells or flavors, like what mixes with this and what she'd just be doing a little chemistry experiment while secretly flinging cake to the goose.
God damn.
I like that. Awesome. So as we're all having this like kind of normal-ish or normal for us day in the tea shop, I would love it if everyone could make me a perception check. I will make one for Baratuga. Where's my total?
You said perception.
That's
Maybe we use
25.
passive perception if our regular perception is crap.
Yes.
Okay.
Guys, you got your cleric back. My wisdom's high. Someone can perceive in the group again.
I definitely can't. So
Nor can I.
All right.
I got an 11.
What
That was-
everybody get?
25.
25 for you, 20 for Satoru.
7.
With the wizard.
He's really focused on his
Book
resting
is
face.
focused. Books. Ask me to make like a different check, an investigation. Like I got you there.
Yeah.
I also have a 7 because I am
Alright.
hyper focused on this goose who keeps getting a little closer to my space.
All right.
Never.
All right.
It doesn't matter. The
Spoken
rumors
like
out
a-
there.
True.
It's taken on a life of
Ford
its own.
believes all the rumors, even though he sees
All
her
of it.
half the time
All
she's
of them.
supposedly out committing crime.
He has
Doesn't
a
matter.
Literally have a
conspiracy board
spell.
in his little hut or wherever. How he can tie this to some sort of druid shenanigans.
He's writing songs that are like warnings about the coming of the goose. The Yorkening is
I
coming.
love
I feel
that.
like
You're getting
I feel like you're a conspiracy theorist, Cord.
That would be amazing.
That would be great. Nim, what did you get?
15.
15. And Maeve.
You're muted.
Oh, sorry. I got an 11.
All right.
I said it. I think I was. Yeah. Sorry.
It's all good. So, as we're going about our day, Lark, you and I think part of this would be due to your experience previously with this fey creature in this alien room. You feel like there's something off in the tea shop. There is a shift in the air that shouldn't be there. It is subtle at first. And then you feel it kind of hit the back of your consciousness. This low buzzing.
Ignatius?
What?
Do you feel that?
Do I feel that?
The
With
weirdness? The weirdness? You don't
7?
feel the weirdness?
No.
With a 7,
I'm
you don't feel it.
I'm finishing this spell.
Oh, Ignatius, I
feel
really
it.
feel like there's something wrong in the tea shop. Oh, it's... I don't like
It's
it.
the goose.
I don't think
What
it's
was
the
that
goose
called?
cord.
It's the goose.
It's
It's
not the goose
definitely the
cord.
goose.
It's
Goose
something
for
else.
the
Goose
100th
that
time,
hisses in the
Cord. It's
corner.
not the goose.
And Satoru's, no, I feel it too. It's very weird.
Well, you're both feeling something.
It's like a shift in the air. You don't...
Yeah.
You can't do any wizard stuff to see if the air's different.
All right,
Sorry,
right
I
here.
don't-
Let me. And he
I don't know how-
flips through his book. He will, as a ritual, because burning spell slots doesn't feel good. He will start casting detect magic. It does
Okay.
take a couple minutes, but he'll start doing that. As he does that, he'll also kind of flip through a couple other pages and make sure everything else, if there's something does go off, is ready.
Cool. So, how long does it take you to do that as a ritual?
I believe that's 10 minutes usually.
Okay,
is the
that
ritual
sounds about
time.
right. Okay, in that 10 minutes, like, I guess Baratunde, or I keep wanting to call him by his last name, Satoru, would see both the fact that Ignatius is casting this ritual and that he's also looking through the spell book for maybe another solution. And Baratunde will very, very gently, as subtly as he can, which is not that subtle, grab the sword from hanging behind the bar and will very, very casually as he can, slide it in his belt just in case something happens. Does anyone else do anything in this time while he's preparing while he's casting the ritual?
I'm looking to see.
Do any of the rest of us know what's going on or know that there's a thing? Would you have said something?
I'd say Nim would probably be the closest to finding to also being able to feel it, but it's
faint.
it's less pronounced.
Magusa would
It feels
feel
less
it,
like a
'cause they're
buzzing and
probably
more like a pressure.
sensitive, but I wouldn't.
I think if this is public knowledge, like if you guys are speaking out loud, I think Cord's going to get a little panicked because
Oh,
of his
shit, okay.
background. He feels like the jig is up. Dad has found us. We're, he's using magics or something. So that's
Poor guy.
what he's at.
Gee, I wonder why he's a conspiracy theorist.
Seriously.
I think Satoru would like in the process of like looking around, making sure that everyone in the shop is okay, he'd notice Cord kind of was beginning to panic a little bit and not gonna let anything happen to you, friend. You're safe here. Just
I've heard that one before.
We're-
As he's kind of like looking around.
whatever this is, we're gonna figure this out.
And listen, if nothing else, Trainer Max is right over there. I'll Misty step over. I'll just steal one of his diamonds, and then I can revivify and bring you back.
Puts him at ease when you say that.
Or even if he doesn't have any diamonds, I have Gentle Repose, so that gives us another 10 days to find a diamond.
Yeah, don't
His
worry.
anxiety
You'll be
ramps
dead
a little
for
bit.
for
At max,
dead for
10
like
days.
10 days.
And then if we need to steal diamonds for any other reason, I got you. We're good.
It just sounds like you want to steal diamonds.
No, I didn't say that.
I mean, it might be nice if we could steal 6 of them just to have on hand, but that's a story for a different... Later. We'll talk later.
No, I got you. Yeah.
The not so subtle wink.
I think Cord is even more confused because the cleric is literally talking about stealing things, and he's like, I didn't think that would be in her repertoire.
Clerics had some
Trader Max is just a big softie. You just gotta make a deal with him later. It's fine.
Or know which door to go into.
Or just threaten him with a firebolt. That gives
I feel like
prices every
That
time.
too.
Does
I
it?
feel like
Does it really?
Yeah, no, he gave me a whole sack of grain for free.
that was more extortion than business.
It's good price. I don't know.
Potato,
Extortion,
potato.
good price.
Free is a
Yeah.
good price, but if it's at the cost of not being burned to death, then that's extortion, my friend.
I wasn't going to kill him, just singe him a little.
Did he know that?
No, that's
feel like
called
the way that-
creative negotiation.
See, Maeve understands.
I
I'm
feel
not
like
helping
your
you.
methods of negotiation are strange. Not okay.
Yes, I meant steal with the purview of paying back at some point. I didn't mean just flat
That's
out.
just
Well,
borrowing.
where's the fun in
Steal.
that?
Yeah, it's borrowing.
That's just borrowing.
Well, yeah, but you can't give it back because it's consumable for the spell, so it's not borrowing the diamond. I will be stealing it. I will just pay it back eventually.
That's still
It's like a
stealing, yeah.
diamond loan.
What about interest?
Is it
You're going to have to
I'd be
pay
fine
extra
paying interest.
diamonds.
does he know that you're taking the diamond when you take it?
Oh, yes, I would tell him. I would go, I need this right now so that I can save court. We'll talk price when I get back.
Okay. So
But you never have to pay him back if he can never find you.
I wouldn't.
You also
We're
never
stuck
have
on
to
the.
pay him back.
Magusa's nodding like, that's right. Just don't let him find you.
Lark, please don't listen
Oh,
to them.
no.
Please
Click
don't
some
listen to them,
takeover.
Lark.
I wasn't going to.
Okay, good. And that's how I was just like, what have I gotten myself into with these? Oh,
ADD is what you've gotten yourself into.
legit.
I mean,
And as I'd say, it's around this time that the detect magic spell is completed. It goes off for you, Ignatius. And you see this. How do I describe it? Rupture in space. The very center of the cafe. These air shifting around in this almost circular motion. And you will note abjuration magic,
Okay.
enchantment, and divination.
And divination.
Mm-hmm.
So, I have a history with ruptures in space-time. It's pretty familiar to me as kind of what's happened in my past. Is this something very similar to that, do you think? Like, is this a rupture between the planes of existence specifically?
Make me an Arcana check.
Okay. Yeah. I like those. Arcana. There they are. I'll roll a different die because that fell on the floor.
no, you can't
Wow.
see that.
Remember what I said about rolling like poop as a player?
Sure.
Today. 9. That's with a +8.
Oh.
Wow. You have. I'll say that you have seen. You said you had the history with ruptures in space.
Yeah.
And this is very much a rupture in space. But this is unlike any rupture in space you've ever encountered.
Shagasta, I've got some very, very unfortunate news for you. There's a rupture in what appears to be space-time in the middle of your cafe. And I have no idea how it got here. And I have never seen anything like this before in my
Rupture.
multiple travels throughout the multiverse.
A rupture in space
I'm a little
time.
freaked out. Yes, I'm gonna try something real quick because this is definitely bad.
All right.
And so he will flip through his spell book. And he has... Where is it? Dispel magic. So there's magic going on here. He has dispel magic. He will... So... And I'll just burn the spell slot.
Okay.
If it's 3rd level or below, it automatically goes away. But
Right.
if it's higher than that, I have to 4th level or higher. I have to make an ability check using my spellcasting ability modifier, and the DC equals 10 plus the spell levels. Or if it's just alien as fuck, that fails because it fails.
Cool. Yeah. Go for it. It's definitely above 3rd level.
Okay. Yeah. No. Definitely. That seemed.
I would assume.
Yeah.
Based on the description,
so
that's
my
just me.
Spellcasting modifier. Hey, that is a 16 plus my lovely. Gosh, D&D Beyond is not helping me today. Plus 4, so 20.
Okay. As you dispel the magic, it goes off. It doesn't quite go off the way you expect it to.
Okay.
Rather than it fading altogether. And now all of you can see this. The rupture kind of appears in full view. This almost gravitational anomaly that takes the shape of a sphere. And as the magic is dispelled, it's not necessarily the magic that you saw that is dispelled, but the sphere around it. And as the sphere kind of melts away, you see the beginnings of what looks like a crystalline cube.
Oh, I don't like that.
And as the cube,
I don't like that.
as it begins to reveal itself, it begins to glow brightly, and you hear a "Wait, no, don't!" as the bright flash of light.
Oh, boy.
Why do I feel like I've just made this situation worse?
I mean, it's entirely possible you made the situation worse.
And there's light, and then there's darkness. And each one of you, one at a time, fall unconscious.
Oh. It's the goose.
And it feels...
His last words before he passes out.
the goose.
Not the goose.
Listen, I've won D&D. I've solved it. It's the goose.
Always the goose.
God damn. It's all the goose.
And it is a dreamless darkness.
Mark off my
And
spell.
Cord, you hear a familiar but not quite familiar voice. Hey, Cord, wake up. What are you doing still in bed, sleepyhead? And you feel this jostling.
I definitely try to wake myself up, open my eyes.
As you open your eyes, tell me, what does the room of your old home look like?
Well, it's seeing of where his parents are of stature and such, this room is a fairly large, probably like a 20-foot by 20-foot room. There's probably like a 4-post canopy kind of bed. There's all kinds of lavish furnishings and stuff. Cord's a slob, so he just has clothes thrown everywhere, and he's just got like food bits and bowls and things that are there that he just leaves for, you know,
The maids.
You got it. And he has like no respect for like keeping things clean or tidy. He's probably like, his bed is like, he's got like one leg tossed out of the sheets, and his hair is all a hot mess. He's got like tons of pillows. There's like some on the floor because he's a tosser and turner. And yeah, that's kind of the vibe. There's like probably really tall stained glass windows that those that work at the house will come in and just rent them open or tear them open to let the light in to wake him up, because he's a bit of a night owl. He likes to party a little bit.
Okay.
Just
And as you open your eyes, yeah, as you open your eyes, you see a face that you do not expect. When was the last time you saw your sister?
Oh, it's been probably at this point where we are, probably close to a little over a year.
Okay. And as you open your eyes and she's standing over you with this like grin of like, what are you doing? What does she look like? Can you describe her for us?
That's a great question. So she's probably about 5'7" in height, fairly lean. She's got really tight kind of blonde curls, kind of almost like a cherubic looking face, very like soft features, little puffy cheeks. She herself likes to dance, and that's kind of their shtick. Like, he would play the music, she would kind of be the dancing entertainment. So she's always quick with the fashion. She's always on top with the latest things, fashion wise. She always has very kind eyes, and they're probably like a very soft, like emerald green.
Okay. I like that. All right. So she's standing over you, smiling, her arms folded, head tilted to one side. Cord, you listen. I know that it's been some time since the last gathering, but you sleeping through the day is not going to make you play any better. We've got to get ready. Mother and father are waiting for us to rehearse our number together, and so come on. And she starts like trying to forcefully pull you out of bed. Like, we've got to get out.
Utter confusion as he's like trying to like run his hands through his hair, which is like, he's got like wavy / kind of curly blonde hair himself, and it is just entangles to where he's tossed and turned, and he's confused. And once he kind of gets his wits about him, and he kind of like is pulled out of the bed a little bit, I think like his reaction is going to be like jubilation as he just goes and gives her like the biggest hug.
Hi. Yes, I love you too.
Of
course I'm here. I live here.
You're what? Huh? And he's like looking around trying to get his bearings.
Where else would I be, silly?
I don't know. I must have drank too much of the reserve.
You and your drinking habits.
It's a process. I'm working through it. Yes.
Did you have another one of your weird dreams?
Ironically, yes. It was very strange.
Okay, well, tell me all about it later. But for now, and she pulls, your hair. We've got to do something about. Okay, all right. So, come with me. Come to my room. We'll get you sorted.
Okay. Definitely, like, he staggers trying to. I feel like his eyesight is in my brain is like he's constantly rubbing his eyes because it feels like perpetually blurry. And he's like trying to wake up, but he just can't get that full clarity, I guess, if you will. Yeah. And he's just like grabbing like a shirt off of the floor, a boot in one hand, and he's just kind of staggering as she's kind of leading him to kind of work on his hair.
All right. Well, and she takes you to kind of the large master bathroom for the suite where the two of them live, and sets them down in front of the vanity, and it's like, oh my god, what a mess. All right,
what's wrong with it? It's all the rage these days. The ladies like this.
Do they really?
That's what I was told.
Are you sure about that? Did they?
Maybe not. I don't know. What can you do with it? Make it pretty.
All right. So we're gonna have to wash it. Oh my god, it smells of whiskey. What exactly did you drink last night?
It's been near 10 days since it's been groomed. Yes. Father has some ale that he has had imported in, and it is dwarven, and it is just so good, but so strong.
Okay, and she will pull at a cord in the room that will ring a bell, and immediately one of the maids will show up at the door. Yes, miss. Please fetch me my pomades, the conditioner, the steel comb, and a bucket of hot water, please. Right away. And she kind of walks out, and we will leave her for now messing with your hair, just kind of tutting here and there, as we move over to Zane. As you wake up, what does your old family home look like?
Well, it's on...
Or Ignatius, rather, sorry.
Yeah, no. It's in the city of Brass, one of the old noble manors. And so it's well appointed. Large room with a giant 4-poster bed. And everything is done in this kind of brimstone red. It's like dark, almost black, but with this reddish tint. Everything was carved out of brimstone to make this manor house that my parents own. And in there is curtains of heavy draped velvet that drape over the bed and drape over the windows, that slightly cover the windows. And it's the plane of fire, so there's no really concept of day or night. There is just the burning ocean of fire that my room overlooks, then the city down below it. And every once in a while you can see this kind of you can see hellish creatures fly over, sometimes more beautiful ones like phoenixes, creatures native to the plane of fire. And my bed itself is heavy black sheets and heavy black velvet and satin bedspreads and everything like that, and it's similar to cords a little bit. I imagine Lord. That it's literally fire edge lord. Come on, my parents were evil fire villains. What do you expect? And so it's very fine but very darkly oriented, and Ignatius would be sprawled out. I imagine a younger Ignatius.
Yeah, you feel maybe a little bit younger for sure.
Yeah, a younger Ignatius, one that is not stooped and has gnarled hands that have arthritic kind of.
Or rather, beyond that, I'd say that it's Ignatius at the same age, but he does not stoop. He when you stand, you suddenly feel that you're able to stand straighter. There is an almost regal bearing to now your countenance. You'll go towards a mirror, and your hair is cut short in a very fashionable style. You've got kind of this very like nice lean beard going in, and you look more refined than you remember yourself looking. And as you ask yourself that, there is a knock at the door.
Come in.
And as the door opens, a spirit wanders in, an elemental spirit, with what looks like a set of very, very finely made clothes. Sir, I bring you your finery for today, so that you are not late for your classes, Professor.
Thank you, Spirit. And I take
My
this
pleasure
cloak.
to serve.
Yes. And I just find myself kind of automatically responding in this kind of haughty, almost authoritative tone. And like, you know, it's less curmudgeon and more authority.
Also, you received a letter from... what is the hierarchy here in the Plane of Fire?
So the Plane of Fire is ruled by, to the best of my knowledge, if I can remember correctly, are ruled by a lot of Jinn.
Okay.
And so I am specifically, and my family is specifically not super high up. They are wealthy, they are appointed, but they are not within the like super ruling class of the city. My family doesn't make decisions. They handle mostly merchant matters and traveling and things like that, and they own things, and they've built themselves up over generations and generations. I'm Ganassi, not Jin True.
Gotcha.
So it would probably be, if it was from somebody important, it would probably be from one of the Genie noble houses.
Cool. There is a scroll sitting on top of your clothing from one of those noble houses.
I'll pick up the scroll and just leave the spirit standing there holding my clothes till I'm ready for him. And I'll open the scroll and just peruse it.
Dear Professor Ignatius Flint, what an honor it is to address the hero of the play. It would be our honor to host you at an event commemorating your victory over the corruption of the plains. It will be, and it gives kind of a date and time, and it is signed in still kind of burning embers of the head of kind of the highest major house, just above the actual like ruling house, or just below the actual ruling house.
All right. Yeah. Okay. Thank you for bringing this to me, Spirit. Done well. And I'll put the note on a side table and take my clothes and just kind of say, be gone with you about your business.
As you wish, my lord. And the spirit will back away. And as the door closes, we will move over to Nim. Nim, as you awaken to your old family home, or rather your grandmother's home. And what does that look like for you?
So the clan home had been dug into the cliffs. So it's primarily stone. But there's a lot of craftsmanship there, you know, because the elven blood is still, even in a drow, it's still there. So there is kind of a love of things, even if it is a rather darker aesthetic. So things are well made, but they weren't rich. It was more like they were able to be very clever with what they did have, and they always had just enough. But they weren't getting, no one was extremely wealthy. So everybody kind of had a very simple home or room assigned to them. And hers would have just been a very simple, like, shelf bed built into the wall. Tons of overstuffed bookcases. Her room would be like 90% bookcases. She would have bookcases on top of bookcases. It would just be dangerous, quite frankly, but that was her one kind of indulgence, was books. And, you know, the typical kind of accoutrement of being like a young woman and liking to try to be pretty, but also being really angry and filled with rage and confusion and not feeling pretty. So it's that half monster, half nice girl bedroom. Yeah.
Sure. And as you awaken to like the creak of a rocking chair nearby. And as you look over, there's your grandmother, rocking, looking at one of the books from your shelf, seemingly very interested. Turns from one page to the other, and then seeing that you're awake. Oh, good morning, my dear. How are you feeling?
Gran? What?
Yes, it's me. And she gets up, and she walks over, puts a hand on your head. You went down with quite the fever last night. Just a moment. And she walks back over to where she was sitting, and she pulls what looks like a bowl of soup out, spoon already in it. And, here, eat up. This will help you gain your strength back. You were rather delirious last night, speaking about some strange island or something that you were marooned on. Is it one of the stories that you were writing? Like, I know that you are a famous author and whatnot now, but sometimes the things that you say don't make much in the way of sense.
Gran, you always said you hated my books. You hated that I had books.
Well, clearly I was an idiot. These books are quite delicious. In fact, I've been reading this one about the courtship of displacer beasts, and it's quite spicy. And she gives that very demure, like.
Even though Nim is half out of it and pretty sure that she's like hallucinating, she still has that teenage moment where she snatches it out, like, give it back, don't. She just shoves it under her. You're not supposed to look at my stuff.
Oh, I do apologize, dear child, but I was worried about you since you went down with such a sickness, and it was all I could do to not, pace the room while you were fretting to and fro. I know that you've had trouble sleeping ever since you, lost your ability to dream, and that, it always bothers me. So I'm glad that if I can be here to make sure that you're well, I would like to do so, my child.
Nim feels really profoundly uncomfortable because she knows with a certainty that she killed this woman. But she also knows that what she's seeing has a significance to it. So she's not just seeing it randomly. She's not just cooked up this kind of like nice flashback for herself. So she would sit up and she wouldn't drink the soup, but she would say, like,
take it easy.
I'm sorry I worried you. Is everyone else doing okay?
Yes, I will admit that they were a bit worried about you as well, but no one else seems to have caught whatever it is that you don't know if it's food poisoning or what happened, but everyone else seems fine.
That's good. That's good. I'm glad it's not a sickness. Where is everybody?
They're downstairs in the living room. They're mostly having breakfast, and a couple of them are just kind of lounging, and well, waiting for you. You do have your signing later on today, and well, it would be a shame if you were to miss it. You've got so many people waiting.
No, I in her mind, she's like, I wrote a fucking book. What's it about? Is it here? Can I read it? And outwardly, she goes like, no, I'll be fine. I'll be fine. Let me get dressed, and I'll come down and join everybody. That's okay.
Of course, dear. Just take it easy. Don't rush things. You were quite out of it last night, and she will lean down and give you a kiss on the forehead. It is a very warm and tender kiss. We'll be waiting for you, dearie. She'll pat you on the hand. She'll start to leave, and she'll look back out from the doorway at you. I really am quite proud of you. She will leave and close the door behind her.
Thanks, Grandma.
And as she closes the door, we'll move over to Maeve. And Maeve, you wake up. And tell me what your room in your home looked like.
Well, let me ask you this. Am I a small child or am I a teenager?
You are a full adult.
A full adult. I no longer have a room.
But what did it look like when you had one?
But when I was a child, my room, my bedroom, would have been filled with flowers and sparkles and whatever the fantasy, like dancers, ballerinas, some kind of, like, lots of colorful fabrics, fluffy pillows, lots of toys, porcelain horses, porcelain
Lisa Frank
unicorns,
decorated
and oh yeah, just a 6-year-old girl explosion.
Gotcha.
Very aggressive
And-
pastel unicorns.
Very pastel, lots of, like I said, lots of colorful like rainbow curtains, and just very like girly fantasy, very much the antithesis of who she is now.
Gotcha. Okay. You wake up in the room, and it is seemingly untouched by time, with the occasional, like, layer of dust here and there. It looks like it's been a while since you've been in this room, but it's in beautiful condition. And there's no knock at your room door. Your door just opens. And can you describe to me what your father looked like?
Ooh.
My father was he was a human male, and a very proud looking one. Very, when I was a child anyway, he was very strong jawed, broad shouldered, very proud, noble man who was very much a family man, the do any kind of thing that I need to do for my family kind of guy.
Gotcha.
He would have had, dark kind of coiffed hair and a nice, like, but kept to the chin beard, very clean cut. Not so much military, but still very, like, that kind of clean, strict, respectable upbringing kind of guy.
Gotcha. Well, as he opens the door and he stands there, you'll note that there are now, like, some salt and pepper in the temple area. There's some salt and pepper in the beard. Still very much like upstanding, broad-shouldered. It looks like he's gained a few pounds recently, but still, like, very strong looking. Hey, Maeve. Hey, it's good to see you. Your mom's cooking breakfast in the other room. Whenever you're ready. I know it's been some time since you've been home, but come on down. And we've got some eggs and some bacon and some grits. It's gonna be good. Your mom's gone all out visiting you're the big time adventurer. Look at you going out and doing the things and raiding the tombs and what have you. Anyway, yeah, you're doing good.
Thanks, Da.
Yeah,
Good to see you.
not a problem, hon. And he will come over and he will kiss both of your horns first, and then kiss your forehead. I'll see you downstairs.
Oh,
And he looks so healthy and so like nothing has changed for him since before the bad times that you remember. And as he walks out, he just gives you another look back, gives you this big, proud grin, and then walks downstairs.
Why
And
don't you
as-
just stab me right in my heart? Because that's not nice what you've just done.
We gave him this ammunition.
He doesn't-
That's the
he
terrible
doesn't wanna-
thing. We gave this.
I mean, really, I gave him all of your ammunition.
Using
Yes,
it
no.
all against me.
yeah, no. This is a combination team effort.
It is.
Oh, I'm gonna kill all of you next week.
I can't wait till I get to that fucking.
I was gonna
ball
say-
game. That'll be great.
We're gonna be first to go here, you and me.
Yeah, you and me.
Murder us. Just to make us know
That's
what
all
it feels like.
That's
Yep,
all right.
all right.
It's actually really sweet.
And
Okay,
as
I'll head downstairs with like a blanket over my horns.
and your mom, I assume your mom is human too?
My mother is a human, yes.
And your mom is sitting there, and or rather standing at the stove, and as she turns around, describe your mother for us.
My mother was an exceptionally beautiful woman. She was also of the noble court. She had very long red hair that she always would wear in either one braid or a series of braids down her back. She'd like to adorn them with flowers and beads when she could. She was a simple woman. She believed in simple elegance, not a whole lot of frills and bells and whistles. Not the thing that a lot of noble women would usually do, which was adorn everything to the max. She believed in that kind of like subtle, prim kind of. But she was also another person who was also like, I'm here for I live for my kids. I live for my family. I live for my husband. And like I said, she had a good life. Maeve had a great life until she hit adolescence, and then shit went sideways. So in this particular memory, everything is wonderful. So she would have been smiling and lovely.
Yeah. She turns around. She's wearing the one braid, beautiful daisies and marigolds in her hair, apron on, turns up. There's my beautiful girl. And just kind of glides over to you, arms around your shoulders. And how are you? Did you kiss on each cheek? How did you sleep? Did you sleep well?
Hey, Ma. Yes,
Yes? Good,
I
good,
think
good.
so.
Good. What are you doing with that thing on your head? You know I hate when you cover your horns. You have nothing to be ashamed of, and if anyone says anything otherwise, the answer to me. She kisses you on your forehead. Go on and have a seat next to your father. I've got breakfast cooking. Would you like tea or coffee, Mike?
Tea is good, thank you.
Excellent. And she's pours you from this lovely teapot. What does the famous adventurer, my beautiful girl, have planned for the day?
Probably killing someone.
Well, I'm sure they deserve it.
That was a joke, Ma. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Radical
quite all
acceptance. Radical acceptance.
Radical.
Just like, oh, it's fine. You're good.
It's quite
Happens all the
alright.
time. It's just Tuesday.
Yeah. Well, I know it's been some time since you've been home. We're so glad for that you visit us when you can. You make so much time for us, much more than your younger siblings. But you know they're busy off with the guard and dealing with all of the weird, noble shit that your brother gets into. But we're happy that you get to come and see us. You get to take some time off from your gallivanting and heroics with your party to come and say hi to your mother and father. Makes us happy. It sure does. Yep, yes indeed. And he sits there with like a giant mug of coffee, and the mug reads, happiest dad ever. just slurping the coffee down.
She wants to believe this so much, but like, there's probably a small part of her that knows that this is not.
Make
What
me a
you got in that
perception
mug
check.
there? Perception.
Yeah.
Not my greatest skill, but we shall try. Oh, actually, not terrible. It's a 13 on the die for a 14.
Okay. I'd say with the 14, you seem to be teetering on the cusp of something is wrong. But every time your brain reaches that point, your mother does something or your father laughs and it pulls you away from that. And you are right back here. You're present. You are happy. Your parents are wonderful and alive.
And not drunk.
And not drunk, yeah. And
Okay.
as your mother brings you a plate full of delicious food, we will fade over Lark. Your family home. As you wake up in your bed, what does your room look like?
I am assuming we're talking about my room before I was 16.
Yes.
Sort of the town she grew up in, it's very small, it's very woodsy, so it's very much sort of log cabin-ish, but she has a big family, so as much as it is her room, it is also a room that she shares with her sister, Lila, and Daisy is her other sister. So it's 3 of them in one room. There's another room for Calix and Aster. Little Daisy's bed is, at least this is when Lark was the happy times, kind of small. I'm thinking bunk beds for her and her sister, just, it's not a big room. So trying to fit 3 beds into a child-sized bedroom is already a challenge. As much as there are flowers and the smell of homemade cooking wafting through the whole house, there's also, it's 3 girls in one room, so there's clothes on the floor. It's not neat. It is, everyone thinks somehow little girls should be neater than boys, and it's absolutely not true. And this room very much reflects that.
Cool. So as you wake up and you kind of sit up, legs over the side of your mattress, you notice that the room has expanded. Like it's been built out. The bunk bed that was above you is now a full-size bed on the other side of the room. more drawer space and closet space has been added, it seems as if there's a lot of art, both hand-drawn and then like painted eventually, done by your siblings. And as your mind is coming to terms with that, there's a knock on the door. And then the door flies open, and Satoru is standing there in a one of those like pajama style kimonos. What the hell is happening? That's where we're going to take a break.
Oh, awesome. Amazing.
Excellent.
Jesus.
Back.
Oh God.
He walks in
You
on
we'll be
assholes
back.
got me
for
to
the first
cry.
time. That would be sad.
as we come back, and Satoru is standing in the doorway of Lark's room. What the hell is happening?
You tell me this is my bedroom, but it's not? I don't...
This is
going on?
definitely your dad's house.
Uh-huh.
And I woke up here, and you suddenly see this hand creep up behind Satoru's shoulder and just
no.
grab, and it's long, delicate fingers, beautifully done nails. Sweetheart, what is going on? And you see Satoru's face kind of eyes widen as he steps aside, and this beautiful Yuan Ti pureblood woman is standing there with long raven black hair in a kind of kimono of her own, and he looks back and nothing, dear. Shu, just checking up on Lark, making sure that she's doing okay. And she takes a hand and brings it over and gives him a kiss. My love, it is so good of you to check on your adopted sister, but the rest of us kind of need you. How can I say? Zulan is trying to arm wrestle your father again. It's like, right, yes. I'm going to. I'll be there in just a moment. You try to pry them away, sweetheart. And she kind of nods and kind of rolls her eyes. I will do my best. And she wanders off.
During that entire interaction, Lark will have used where is it? I just had the class feature. I just had it. Eyes of the Grave.
Oh.
To see if undead or construct.
Neither.
Ooh.
All right. Or no, it's just undead. But yeah, sorry, construct's the other one. Yeah, she's just seeing if there's any undead within 60 feet.
Everyone
Okay.
is alive.
All right.
And Satoru turns his head back to Lark. So that was my wife, who should be
If it makes you
dead.
feel any better, she's not undead.
That's good, because I was wondering that as well.
She doesn't seem to be. I'm not getting the ping.
Good.
But she's
good.
supposed to be dead, right?
I was there when it happened. Yeah, she should be very dead.
Okay.
Which is
not
weird.
dead. Who is Zulan one of your children?
Swan's your dad.
Oh, my dad. God damn it. Sorry.
That's me as a player not remembering what I named my own father. Apologies. I was like, why does that name sound so familiar? Oh, it's my
It's
dad.
your dad.
Dumb butt. Okay, apologies.
Uh,
I have too many windows up. All right.
it's you should see this.
Okay.
And you hear another familiar voice. Mark, what are you doing? Come on! Your dad's being hilarious again. As you hear Delphi's voice.
I think Lark's gonna just full stop. Like mid walking, like just bolt of lightning, just.
Okay. Well, seems you're not the only one with dead people who aren't dead anymore.
Yeah. This is very weird.
Okay. Coming. Lark will yell back.
Okay.
Very.
Yeah. it's yeah, I'll see you out there.
Is anyone else here besides the two of us? Is Ignatius here? Is Atlas here? Or,
oh, good. I'm not the
here?
only one who remembers them. Great. No, I don't know where they are.
Atlas is not there for sure.
Sorry, I'm so sorry. The brain
You're
sees
fine.
the thing at the bottom of the screen and just says that what's coming out loud. All right.
Yeah, no, they're not here. I don't know
okay.
where they are.
You don't know where they are. Okay, but we both remember them existing and remember other people being dead who don't seem to be dead anymore.
Yeah, there's one other thing that I find
Oh,
very strange.
good. One
about
other
all of
thing.
this.
Sure.
So my wife's alive. You saw her.
Yes.
I still have my powers.
What's the fox's name? Is the fox still here?
And he snaps, and Shumei pops into existence.
Okay, because that was going to be my next question was can we still do what we were able to do or not?
It seems...
Because last time I was in this house, I could not heal anybody. So...
Yeah.
Okay.
It seems like time has passed the way it should have, but also not the way it should have.
Right.
Don't know what's
I
happening.
really wish we had the wizard because I feel like he might know what this is.
That would be lovely. And you hear this, I win again! And bounding down the hallway.
Dad killing now. Okay.
In a very, very, decked out, very beautiful kimono, is your father. And he is a well-built orc man with this mane of red hair, beautiful tusks, and wild eyes. And he slaps Satoru across the back. Oh! And your dad is such a riot. I'm so glad he came back. Boy, it was rough going there. We not knowing where the hell he was, if he was alive or was dead. Man, I mean, glad to have had you as a son. But boy, it's also good that my friend is back. Hey, sweetie, how's it going?
Oh, it's going.
You look a little pale. Are you okay? Is everything okay?
Oh, I mean, I just woke up. I probably need to eat something. I'm sure.
You definitely need to eat something. Come on out front. We'll get you fed up real good.
Okay.
And Lark the whole time is gonna be looking around like Ignatius said something about a rift, right? Is there a rift anywhere? She's just trying to look for clues.
And I'll see you out there. Hurry up, Ryuji. And he bounds back down the hall. It's and Satoru sitting there. So strange. People using my real name. I am not used to that. You were looking for something.
I just, well, okay, when we were in the tea shop, there was, we had the weird feeling, and then Ignatius did his magic stuff, and he said there was a rift, and then he tried to dispel it, and then there was a flash, and I woke up here. So,
right.
I don't know what Ignatius did, or what that rift was, but maybe the rift sent us here, maybe.
But where is here?
I don't know
Why
where
is
here
he?
is. I'm not the wizard.
No, we need to find the wizard. Right, okay.
I have bad
That
news for
needs
you
to go on a
guys.
t-shirt. I'm not the wizard.
I love that. Yeah.
I'm not the wizard.
So we should find the old man. And
hopefully everyone else, or he can help us find them. I don't. Okay, rifts, but you don't see. There's no other rifts here. There's no other weird feelings. I'm gonna try to concentrate. We're gonna meditate. Try to find any weird magic pulses.
And while she's doing that, Baratunde is going to use his Eldritch Sight, and his eyes will suddenly go black, and the veins will suddenly appear in his face. Sorry, I know this is scary.
Oh, it's okay. It's the least weird thing that's happened so far today.
That's very true.
You don't think it was the goose, do you?
I mean, given all the rumors we hear about the goose, I would not be surprised. And he looks around, and then he blinks, and the eyes go back to normal, and the veins disappear. There's nothing even innately magical happening here.
How can that be?
That's a great question. And behind Satoru, there's a door there that you didn't notice before.
Was that door always there?
What door? And he turns around, and as he turns, the door opens, and there is a bright light from the door. And you hear a voice come from the door.
I believe I might be able to explain what is happening right now. But I can't quite come through yet.
Give me a few minutes.
Go and interact with your
Family.
and I'll be there soon.
And the door closes, and then fades into the wall until it appears that it was never there.
I didn't realize the goose sounded that scary.
God damn it.
Oh, dear.
If
All hail
that
the
is-
Hunk Lord.
If that is the goose, then all hail the Hunk Lord indeed.
It would be the Hyunk Mister.
Okay. So we're just supposed to go downstairs and pretend like everything's normal, and these people who have been dead for us for years are not just suddenly back.
Right. I'm freaking out. Are you freaking out? Because I'm
freaking out. I'm freaking out.
Okay. We can do this.
Do I have anything to help with freaking out? Okay. I'm just gonna
remember,
get some guidance on you.
remember what I taught you. Center yourself.
Okay.
Deep breaths. Don't take them too fast. You don't want to pass out. Slow, deep breaths. Center. And you hear, Ryuji, darling, are you coming? Yes, my love. I'll be right down. I'll see you down there. You will go down the stairs.
Lark will take another shaky breath. And to follow.
This is okay.
It's gonna be fine. I'm happy to roll a sleight of hand if you want, but she will have tried to have stolen the fox for her comfort support animal.
Oh, he would have
at
let
some
you.
point
He
as
would
well.
100%
Okay,
let you.
So she's just kind of clutching the little spirit fox. Okay, here we go. We have our comfort animal. She heads down the stairs.
And as the two of you head downstairs, you see your entire family, siblings, your father, your mother's there. And you see now older, around your same age, appearing to be in perfect health, Delphi and Ren. Can you describe them for us?
So the last she saw her two closest friends, they were all teenagers. So seeing them now in their early to mid 20s is a bit of a shock, certainly. Ren used to be more gangly. They're both orcs as well. But Ren used to be more gangly, and he has since definitely filled out into, he now looks more like a man instead of a teenage boy. The fact that, you know, he couldn't grow any facial hair before, he now has like a nice stubble beard going, wavy dark brown locks, and it's probably very clear that between Zulon and Satoru, he's probably had some physical training going on as well, to help kind of fill out those orc muscles. Delphi would have been also an orc, but a little bit she's the what's the word I'm looking for? She's like a second, third removed cousin, so she would have kind of the reddish hair that Zulon has as well, and just it's very similar features wise to, like, you can line her up with the rest of Lark and her family and see, oh, that's the nose from grandma and whatever else. So she definitely looks very much like family and has always been family to Lark. As much as Lark has siblings, there is a difference between a sister who you had to share the bathroom with and a sister who got to go home to her own bathroom and just see you for causing mischief and fun times in school and whatever else.
Nice.
That reflects in those relationships. Mm-hmm.
And you see sitting next to them a man who looks a lot like Satoru, but much older. Bald head, a patch over his left eye, with a scar, a slash mark down his face. Built about, not quite as built as your father, but like just slightly smaller in stature. But kind of that same swordsman martial arts build that he has, whereas Satoru is like a bit more on the slender side with his build. And he's got like this gray, like full white beard that is a bit longer than the beard Satoru has, but it definitely like aged, wizened, crow's feet around the eye that you can see. But big, wide grin. There she is. There is Lark. Come.
Yep, I'm coming.
And
she'll go and sit where she's told.
Satoru, Lark, you remember Koji, my father? It gives you that look like, you remember Koji?
Of course I do. Yes, I do.
And as you reply, Shume walks over, puts her arms around Koji. It is always bizarre to me now having two father-in-laws, where before I only had one. And but it is nice. It is lovely. I'm glad that you are able to be here. And Koji kind of looks at him. I'm glad to have met quite the stunning daughter-in-law. I didn't think you had it in you, boy. And pushes Satoru, and he falls. Ow! Nope. I got lucky. I got real lucky. So this tea shop that you've opened, it is nice. You and the wife, and Satoru has that deer in headlights look for a moment, and then shakes it. Yes, we're doing quite well. It's lovely. Thank you. And as he talks, he seems to be stammering through the next phrase. There is a weird kind of glitch that happens to everything else. And did you guys see that? That was, and like Zulon, I was, what are you talking about, boy? Everything is glitch again. And then everything freezes. And from another wall, a door, very similar to the one you saw upstairs, appears. And it opens, and there's that white light again. But this time, a figure comes out. It is humanoid in a dark black suit with a black shirt and red tie. Wears a full head mask of pure obsidian.
I apologize for the delay. Things have taken a bit of a turn. If you would follow me, I can take you to, well, a liminal space where we're going to gather your friends and kind of solve this.
And he gestures to everything.
This.
And he...
Solve it how? You're not gonna kill them again, are you?
Oh, no, they're not going to die. They're perfectly fine.
Are we going to die if we come with you?
And you see the figure tilt their head, almost as confusion, and then...
No, you'll be fine.
She's gonna look over at Satoru like,
And Satoru's gonna look over at her and go, like, how can we trust you? And the figure kind of looks at Satoru, looks at you, Lark.
Well, I mean, this seems like a very ideal place for you both to be. And I can understand why you might even want to stay. But you don't belong here. This is not your... I mean, it is your home. It is your family. But it isn't. Something terribly wrong. And I just want to fix it. I have to fix it.
You can keep them frozen, of course. Just... Can I say goodbye quickly? I never got the chance to before.
And the figure looks over at Baratunde. Or not Baratunde. Jeez, keep wanting to call him that. Satoru. And looks at you.
They will likely not understand. But yes.
And then he will stand back. And he'll snap his fingers. And everything will unfreeze as he undoes time stop. And everything's, what are you talking about? What? Oh, do we have a visitor? And the man said, "Don't mind me."
Do not mind me. I'm here to collect Ryuji and Lark here. Very important, very, very critical bit of business.
And Zulon kind of looks at everyone and said, "Well, all right." Certainly. And Zulon walks over, puts his arms around you, Lark. Don't be gone too long. We've got celebrations to be had.
Of course, Dad, I'm sure I'll be right back. And she gives him a really tight squeeze.
before she goes over to Ren and Delphi. And
hey! And then Ren's, hey there. You were looking lovely today, Lark. And this like very shy grin on his face with like, you know, as much as someone who is very green can turn red, does.
Mm-hmm. I just wanted to make sure you guys know how important you are to me. And I'm gonna miss you guys so much. And she'll give a kiss on the cheek to each of them.
And Ren or Delphi will take the kiss on the cheek and will hug you back. You're coming right back. You'll
I know.
be fine.
I know. I'm being silly.
Make a deception roll.
Good. I have a -1. That's a 10.
Holy emotional damage, back.
Ren rolled a 19 on the die.
Right?
So Ren levels you with a look. Mark, I don't really know what is happening, but if you say you'll be back, I will choose to believe you. And he cradles your face in one of his large hands. Come back soon. And he brings your face to his and he kisses you.
And she's just gonna like have that like slight like, oh, this is happening. She doesn't pull away, but the shock of it takes her a moment to then finally kind of relax and lean into it. And then when she does pull away, she goes, hey, make sure you take care of me when I do come back, okay?
For as long as we live. And he grabs your hand, and for the first time, you notice there's a ring there.
Oh boy.
And he nods his head. Go do what you have to do. I'll be here.
Okay.
Make me a wisdom saving throw, please.
Yeah. 16.
Okay, it's hard to pull away. There are so many words left unsaid that you wish you could have said to both of them before. And now you have this opportunity. Now you're here. And they're here. They weren't. And it is difficult. But you also happen to roll exactly the save. So slowly you pull away.
And I think with that too, just all the things that she's thought of for so many years of what she would say. Now that she's in that moment and, you know, just kind of barely making the save, it all flies right out of her head. She can't think of a single thing that she knows. She stayed up late in that way we all do, kind of, if only I could have redone this differently, this is how I would have done it. And just all of those sort of fantasies that she's had, like, she can't think of a single one.
And the figure in the suit and the mask puts a hand on your shoulder and looks out past you to everyone else in the room.
I wouldn't worry. I'll have her back soon.
And he kind of gestures to the door and guides you both through. And as you fade into this white light, I'm going to come back to Cord.
Oh boy.
And some time has passed, and Cord is all done up. Hair beautifully manicured and slicked back, pomaded out. You're in. Your sister noticed the clothes that you were picking up on the floor and said no. Throws them out of the room, gets some servants in to bring you some fresh, clean, performing clothes. And it is this ball, this gathering, and you're playing beautifully. And your sister is twirling and dancing around the room beautifully. And it seems like it goes on forever. And eventually, the onlookers who just seemed frozen in amazement also begin to twirl and dance around with her. And weaving between the dancers, a figure approaches you. Cord, tell me about your father.
Oh boy. So the best way to describe my father, I don't know how many of you have played Baldur's Gate 3, but he's literally the epitome of Raphael.
Ooh.
The human visage of him, the noble heiress about him, or the air about himself, the proper speech, the expectation that he really wants more for me than to be a bard. But my passion is to play music, to write ballads, to use my strengths to do what I want to do. And his vision for me is completely not that.
In this moment, go ahead and make me a wisdom saving throw as you watch your father walk towards you while you're still playing.
That's a 13.
There is a stammer in your playing as you realize he is coming. And you pick it up, and you're a skilled enough bard to where you can kind of weave it back into the music, make it not quite sound or sound like you meant to do that. And your father continues walking up to you. As you end the song, everyone claps and applauds and bows and cheers. And you can see over your father's shoulder your sister giving a deep bow, and you give a deep bow. And your father clasps a hand on your shoulder. My son, a word, please.
Cord is going to be like trembling on the inside. His charisma, which he's worked so hard to kind of develop and build over this length of time to kind of come into his own as a bard, is almost instantly quenched. He's like a small child who is afraid of his father and what may happen. He quickly puts away his instrument and makes way over with his father.
And he'll just lead you over to kind of a punch bowl, a table with a punch bowl. Some folks who see him, who all bow quite respectfully, and then kind of make their way away to give you to what they can perceive as a much-needed moment of privacy. And he look at you, he'll look at your sister, his daughter, look back at you. You know, there was a time where I thought that this life you've chosen for yourself was, well, I'll be blunt, a waste of fucking time. Frivolity and debauchery and unworthy of my son. And that sternness in his face suddenly softens. I see you tonight. You and your sister. See the music, the magic you produce with it. And he leans in and gives you a hug. And it is unlike any hug your father has given you before. This is warm. This is soft. This is vulnerable. I have never
This is everything that Cord has ever wanted, so he almost like melts into it. the acceptance of his father.
I have never been more happy to be wrong. What you've created here is nothing short of miraculous. And while I, of course, have to find someone else to take over the business, I'll be happy to see you pursue your dream, and will lend you every piece of gold I can in that pursuit. But just please do me a favor. For the love of every god that exists, please just do something about your room.
So at this point, there's tears kind of welling up and just kind of seeping out the side of his eyes. Kind of have a trembling kind of vibe if you look into the eyes, and he's like, I will tidy it up for sure.
That's a boy. That's my boy. And he gives you a gentle pat on the cheek. I'll go. Your fans await.
Like wipes his nose, quickly moves away before he loses that feeling, and something bad happens. And he's got a quickened step for like every 10 feet he's away from his father. His heart is full of joy, and he continues to go and perform the best he's ever performed. Begins to play.
Make me a perception check while you're playing.
Five. That's a natural 1 for a 5.
Okay. So you are lost in the music. For the first time ever, it feels like you can lose yourself. You don't have to worry about what anyone, much less your father, thinks. You have his support. And you lose yourself to that. Make me a performance roll. With advantage.
Okay. First one is a 30. We'll go with the 30.
Okay. There is a lightness. What instrument are you playing at this time?
At this particular moment in time, he would be playing a lute.
Okay. There is a lightness and a speed to your fingers as you play beautifully. And this haze forms in the room as the bardic magic seems to fill it. And everyone is swept onto their feet and begins to dance joyously, ravenously to this music. And you and your sister lock eyes for the briefest of moments, and there is an absolute wild joy in her face. Big bright smile. And then everything freezes. The music lingers in the air as you realize this. There's a door. As it opens, the light within it shines. And the man in the black suit, the black mask, steps out.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but you really should talk.
No, we shouldn't. I'm quite all right. I'll be fine. No. He immediately starts backing up.
And as he...
Do not take this from me. Do not take this from me.
As you back up, you see Satoru and Lark also step out of the door.
At the sight of the familiar faces, he stops, and there's a wave of pain that comes over him as he just kind of slumps a little bit and begins to weep a little. No, so close. Everything I've wanted, everything I've worked for. And he starts kind of looking around, taking in the atmosphere. Acceptance of my father, my sisters, beautiful as ever, dancing lighter than a cloud. Oh, my hair is so beautiful too. No.
Your hair is quite nice, but you have long hair.
I think he's at a struggle. He's at a crossroads kind of struggle to where he sees Lark, he sees Saratu, Suturo, sorry, and then he's frozen. He's in this emotional state of he cannot decide. He's just kind of locked in place.
Lark is gonna reach out, and as she reaches out with her left hand, there is a flicker to see if the ring is still there or not.
Oh.
And she goes and takes Quord's hand and goes, the two of us just had to leave behind people we've lost that are dead. And then they weren't, and everything was wonderful and happy. I know how you're feeling.
Very much so.
But there's still a chance for your sister. She could still be alive. Or if she's not, you better believe I'm not losing another fucking person.
Everything she just said.
I think that he kind of like wipes his eyes like a small child, kind of rubs them on his sleeves, and he says, well, fine. And he like walks, like trying to pull himself together, heads towards the party and the man in the dark suit.
Make me a wisdom saving throw.
Guidance.
Got it in time.
It'll be a dirty 20.
You pull it together. You remember the haze from when you woke up and how weird this felt. And as you do, one foot in front of the other, you walk towards the door.
I think he gives Lark a hug and whispers, thank you, as he will go through pulling himself together, straightening up his outfit, feeling his beautifully pomaded hair.
His coiffure.
I'm sure we can find some herbs or something that'll maybe help with the hair.
Yeah, we can definitely find the herbs.
It hasn't felt so good in so long. I've missed this feeling.
Yes. And to answer your other question, the ring's still there.
Ooh.
Interesting. Okay.
And as you go through the door closes, and to anyone able to see in that space, the door, rather than fade into the wall as it did in Lark's home, it descends into the ground very slowly. We find ourselves next at a beautiful bookshop where Nim sits in front, behind a table full of hardback novels. Beautiful dust jacket. It is her book signing for a book called, no, I didn't think about this. Long-Eared Love. Ooh. And the cover has a very like Fabio'd drow man holding at arm's length a red-headed barbarian woman with a large axe. It's very swashbuckling. And there is a line from your table out of the door, and standing on the other side of the, or on one side of the table, looking on with eyes that are the proudest you've ever seen them, is your grandmother. As fan after fan walks up, and oh my god, I love your stories. They're so good, and your the way you write your scenes, and I want to be a writer like you someday. Could you? And she just starts weeping.
Do you need a free copy of the book?
You would do that? You would do that for me?
Would it get you to leave the line so that I don't feel trapped?
Sure. Yeah. Okay.
Well, who am I making this out to?
My name's Eloise.
Elouse.
Gotta love an adoring fan. It's so good. It's so good.
There you go. Thank you. So I hope you enjoy it.
Well, thank you so much. I can't wait for your next one. And she quickly runs off, like clutching the book to her. And your grandmother is just there, like giggling at this interaction. And the next, go for it. Go ahead.
I say Nim is very. This is not fun for her. This isn't nice for her. What it is, I think, is because this is this idealized version, but she never knew any of this. And she also knows she's responsible for all of it being gone. So it feels more like she's being tormented and tortured than she is being shown something nice.
Then that makes what happens next. Well, I guess you can decide what that is. As the next person in line is a familiar face. As Cord, you are now standing in front of Nim's table.
Okay.
At this book signing.
Well, this is definitely my type of spicy book. And look, the author who wrote it. Could you please make it out to Cord, my dearest friend?
At this point, when you come up to the table, she's so tired, she's kind of doing this, and she's like, can I get you a book? Yes. She just does it by, like, rote. And then she hears your voice, and she's like, oh, and looks up, and she's like, oh, okay, good. Good, that's good. I assume you have a way out of this.
I look back.
And standing at the back of the line, there is a door next to the door leading outside that does not match the door motif at all. And standing there is Satoru and Lark and a mysterious man in a black suit and dark mask.
Yes, that's Cord. C-H-O-R-D, please.
Oh, sorry, you really did want the book? Yeah, I can get you one for free because I think we're piecing out, but you might only have a few moments to read it. Enjoy.
I take the book and I put the book away. I'm holding on to that book.
Yeah.
We really need your help. I think it's time to leave.
And your grandmother... Time to leave. Oh, is this your agent?
Absolutely. My name is Cord Trebleclef, agent extraordinaire.
Oh, you are of the Trebleclef family. And she just comes over. Oh, it's so lovely to meet you. I've heard so much about your father. I didn't know that you were an agent. Oh, how lovely.
I am a jack of all trades, one might say.
Court, I believe time is short.
Yes, time is short.
Grandma, I have to step out and take care of some business.
Oh, not a problem. I will hold down the fort here. You just make sure you don't take too long, dear.
Thank you.
And she
Gave me a home when you hated me. You let me stay after my mother died and my father disowned me. You fed me, you clothed me, you taught me how to fight. So maybe that's better than love. I don't know. But, thank you.
And she looks very confused by your words. I don't know quite what you mean by that, but you're welcome.
Crazy Rider stuff, Grandma. Just
Crazy Rider stuff indeed. She leans in, and she gives you a hug. She gives you a soft kiss on your cheek. You go do what you have to do, dear. I'll be back. I'll be here.
Thanks, Grandma. And she just turns and very resolutely walks away. She knows that staying there is worse than leaving.
And as you approach, the gentleman in the black mask nods.
So far, you've been the easiest to convince. I will explain everything soon. I promise.
She just nods and follows the others in.
You all go.
Cord is frantically looking for that damn goose, making sure that it's no.
The goose actually does follow behind.
Oh my god.
Cord, it's not the goose. I don't think it's the goose. I thought so at first too, but I think this is much bigger than the goose.
Look at its face. Look at its eyes. They're evil. Scary.
And sorry, real quick, rules lawyer thing. When I yelled out guidance, that should have been bless, because you can't do guidance for saving throws. I've since marked off a bless.
Cool.
Just keeping myself honest.
All good. And then the door closes. And then the door folds in on itself. And then folds in on itself again. And folds in on itself again. Until there's nothing left to fold. Maeve. Some time has passed. And you find yourself at a tavern. Not having to hide, not having to sulk in the corner, but sitting at the bar. And a lovely half-giant woman tending the bar, full face tattoos, lovely brown hair, kind of leans over to you.
Smash.
So what'll it be, sweetheart? What's your poison tonight, hero?
Is her name Half Giant Atlas, maybe?
It might be. Is it Atlas?
It might be.
Her name is Atlas.
Oh shit.
It's on brand.
Self-insert OC.
It's canon. I'm speechless. It's a funny word you use there. Poisoned? Why would you use that word?
Well, it's a drink, so I mean, if you overdrink, you will poison yourself.
Fitting. It's all fitting. A little too much. You know, I will just take just a tea for now, please.
Very well.
And I
And
trust the ale.
and she turns back to prepare the tea, and you hear a very familiar voice from beside you. I've never had tea at a bar before. It's a weird thing to order. It's a weird thing for them to have.
You mustn't have been at the right bars.
And Satoru sits next to you. Clearly not.
Some people prefer tea shops.
Well, to each their own, I suppose. But take it you understand what's happening, or at least some semblance of the weirdness of this all.
I know something is... I know something isn't right. I don't know what it is. Can't quite place my finger on it, but I know it's not the way it's supposed to be.
It's happened to all of us. There's a gentleman out back who's willing to explain it to us, but gotta go join him, unfortunately. I have to leave this behind.
I'll go wherever you want me to go. But all I ask is if I can say one thing to my father before I go.
Sure. And it's almost as if, weirdly, like some kind of cue has been given. And your father walks into the door. Very saloon style. Where is she? Where's my girl?
I will go up to him and I will give him a hug.
Oh!
One that...
Hey!
I know. You're not used to that. Neither was I, and that's okay. But I need to tell you something, Dad, before I go. I need you to understand I didn't do this to myself. You did this to me. I didn't deserve your treatment. You had no right to hate me. You had no right to blame me. You had no right to fear me. I am but a product consequence of your actions, not my own. This is the life I deserved, and the life I never had because of you. And I will take that with me forever. I do not need your approval. I do not need your sympathy, your apology. I need nothing. But go forth in this life and take care of my mother. You owe her that. At the very least, you owe her that. You owe Owen that, and you owe Grania that. You owed us all that.
And your father looks at you, quite speechless. And all he can do is just nod. Okay.
You have the chance to do better. Do it. And then I'll turn with, and I'll walk out the door with Satoru.
And Satoru will walk beside you. That seemed like a lot.
It's been something I've been needing to say for on now 20 years. So, we're moving on. Who's left?
We gotta get Ignatius.
I would love to hit Ignatius.
No, not hit yet. Oh.
Okay, that did not go the way I thought it was going to. And
I mean, it might go that way, but hopefully not. It might. Oh, dear.
And across the alley, embedded into a brick wall, is a door that wasn't there before. And Satoru leads you through the door. And the door just fades from existence as it closes. And we go, lastly, to Ignatius, sitting at this beautiful banquet table, belonging to a djinn of high regard, this beautiful red djinn. You have been honored, you have been gifted with coin and book Bards have been singing songs about you. And you see a group of people you didn't think you would. Your friends. Friends that you, in another life, lost. And they all walk up to you. And one of them places a hand on your shoulder. What does he look like?
It's probably the group's most charismatic person, which happened to be the group's warrior. And always good-natured, always bringing us together. He's tall, probably 6'3", blonde, long, luscious hair, a wide and welcoming smile, and glittering green eyes. And his laugh is musical, it chimes as he embraces. He can make anyone feel welcome.
And as he smiles down at you, I know this was a lot. I know this is a lot. And I know what you had to sacrifice in order to save us all. But your mother and your father are not good people. And had you not made us aware of that, we would be much worse off.
He just stands up from where he was sitting and just embraces him.
Yes.
Like he's not seen him in so long.
And he puts his large arms around you. Yes, lean into my bosom. Yes, friend. This is good. This is how men should greet one another.
Look over his shoulder. I see the other four there.
They're all smiling at you.
And
they're all like applauding and like giving you the thumbs up.
Ignatius just starts to cry.
Yes, cry into my bosom, friend. Yes, it is good to cry. Yes.
He just embraces them. He can't. It's just a moment. This is the moment that Ignatius wished he'd always had. He never did.
Make me a perception check.
Triumphant. Oh no.
Oh yes.
I don't want to. Well, that is a perception skills 11 plus 2, so 13.
Groovy. You see over his shoulder a door start to appear. An arched doorway.
Ignatius
does.
Narrows his eyes. Yeah. Narrows his eyes. Wondering at first, but quickly, probably gaining an understanding of what's about to happen.
And the door opens. And as the door opens, one by one, Nim, and then Lark, and then Satoru, and Cord.
This book is amazing.
Yeah, Cord's still holding the book.
Not now. Read it later.
So good.
Read it later.
And then Maeve. And then a tall being in a dark suit and a black mask.
I blink a couple times, clear the tears, and they all see me, like all of you see me, just mouth one word, just no.
And you see Baratunde say, mouth, I'm sorry.
I will snap my fingers to get the attention of the hall.
And everyone stops what they're doing, as you are the hero of the hour.
My friends, my family, my honored guests, it is a joy to be here with you tonight. It is a joy to teach in this city of brass, to raise a new generation alongside my companions.
And you hear many of them, yeah.
And I feel that I will enjoy this for years to come. As I look and I just shake my head again at the rest of the group, and I take my seat back down, unwilling or maybe unable to give up what I've lost.
Make me Make me an intelligence check.
Yeah, that tracks for frickin' sure. That's a 5 on the die for a +4, so 9. That tracks in this moment.
Okay.
For sure.
You are full of emotion.
Mm-hmm.
And it is tearing at you. And you are not quite able to think straight. And because you rolled that, I need you to make me a wisdom saving throw, friend. I'm sorry.
Can I bless?
No.
Can I bless? So he's got a +4?
Yeah.
Or or D4, sorry. Right.
I mean,
I will bardically inspire you.
Excellent. Do that too.
For a D8.
You get a D4 and a D8 on top of it.
I have to choose to use that.
Yeah, you do.
I don't think
fair.
I choose to use that on
That's
this
fair.
roll.
I can also
That's
get
fair.
the help action, but I don't think that stacks either.
I don't think it's necessary with the bless as well as my plus in wisdom, because I got a 16 on the die, +1 from the bless.
Okay.
+2 for a total of course 19.
The wisdom saving throw. As much as you want to stay, you can feel that this is not your life. And so, I'll let you decide what to do in this moment. As your friends stand by the door, unwilling or unafraid to ruin this moment for you.
You all see for a moment Ignatius, with his right hand, starts the casting of what you know to be an offensive spell.
Ooh.
But he gets about halfway through it before his arm goes slack. And he turns it into a prestidigitation that lets off fireworks throughout the room.
And you just hear, and lots of applause, and ooh.
My friends and family, I must retire for the evening.
Oh.
Class starts early in the morning.
And the Jinn Noble,
I bid you all adieu.
the Jinn Noble stands. Of course, we shall respect your wishes, friend. However, would it be impertinent of us to keep, as they say, as the youth says, keep the party going?
Please, I welcome you to party into the night and long into tomorrow.
And you just hear cheers.
Of course, it's
erupting.
my honor.
Cheers erupting. To Ignatius!
I mean, we can stay at the party, right?
Shh, Cord.
I
Look at all the people that have
companions. I hug each of my companions, and you all notice that I take a moment with what looks to be my party's cleric. You see some kind of iconography on her robes, on her necklace that she wears, and I take an extra moment with her. And despite the fact that Ignatius is smiling, is standing straight, is standing whole and hale, you see a deep, deep sadness on his face. One that goes a loss that goes beyond what you've previously heard about and what you've previously encountered. And he hugs her a couple times before he lets go.
She levels a kiss on your cheek. Is everything all right?
Everything is fine. I'm just tired. I will see you tomorrow.
Yes, you will.
Lunch, yes?
Absolutely.
Of course. And I will head to the front of the room where my friends stand. And I will, without looking at any of them, without looking at the man in black, I will walk through the door, because if I look back, I don't know if I would leave.
Baratunde just kind of nods. It's about what I expected.
Good for you. I had silvery barbs waiting, man. I really thought he was going to fireball us there for a second.
It did look like he was going to, didn't it?
Right, it absolutely looks like that. Okay, sorry, just make sure it wasn't me.
Do you know she wrote the goose in this book?
What?
The goose is in this book. She put the goose in here as
Of course she put the goose in her book. Oh my.
And Nim just laughs and walks into the door.
Did she sign it for you?
It
You guys hear Ignatius as you say that? The comment about the fireball, he's like, it was a conjure elemental on your location.
See, even worse.
Yeah.
Don't worry,
Joke's
I
on
had
you,
to
I'm
spell
a
magic.
tiefling now.
I mean, it could have been a water elemental. Then you would have been.
That would have been weird.
Come on, it was fire. You know.
Hellish rebuke still counts.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. And as you all file into the door, the man in black files in behind you, and the door erupts in fire. And it's gone. And you all stand there now, in this weird white liminal space. And the man in black
Ignatius is crying.
stands in front of you all.
I am very sorry to have had to take you all from that. I'm sorry, this is a bit weird. Please, one moment.
And you see him remove his hands go for the helm. As his hands go for the helm, you see him shrink from about 5'11" to 3.5 feet tall.
Ooh.
And as he removes the helmet, and the first thing that plops out from the bottom of the helmet is a bright mauve-colored beard. Goes down to where now the chest sits. There's a braid down the center with a bead on the braid with a strange magical rune in a language probably... Does anyone speak Celestial?
Yes.
It is a strange dialect of Celestial. but the rune just says traveler. And as he pulls off the mask, there is the face of a green-skinned goblin. Long, pointed ears, multiple earrings. A mauve-colored mohawk. And you see him.
Good God, that thing is stuffy. Ugh. Sorry about that, guys. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Magnus Trogir, and I believe I owe you all an explanation.
You don't do
Yeah, I'd
Sure
say
as
so.
hell do. I apologize for what has happened. It is honestly... I wish we could find the people that whose fault this is, but unfortunately, they're mostly all dead. So, in the tea shop that your friend here points to Baratunde owns, or Satoru owns, on that world in your universe. Sorry, back to the beginning. Are you aware of multiverse theory?
Yes.
So, good.
Are you aware of getting to the point theory?
I'm getting.
Yeah,
I'm getting
seriously,
there.
get to the fucking point.
You were
Elbows, Maeve.
you were projected into an alternate universe's version of yourselves. Kind of quantum leaped, if you would pardon my crudeness. You're in a universe where it would seem all the things that should have happened for you happened. You did not endure the hardships that you apparently did in your universe. This was caused by an artifact that had been lost during a great war. War that, quite frankly, it's hard to say who won. The multiverse won this war. It's an artifact belonging to a race of beings that are, as I said, mostly dead. There's only one of them left. It happens to be the man I work for, who is now having me wander the multiverse as best we can, locating these objects and, dismantling, disabling, getting rid of safely. You happened to find one right before I did. And, unfortunately, and looks at you, Ignatius, you set it off. That weird temporal distortion you found? The cube?
Yes.
That was one of theirs.
Usually when magic assaults you or comes into your friend's tea shop, you try to shut it the fuck down.
And you did nothing wrong. We couldn't have known what that thing was gonna do. It was primarily used as a weapon. A weapon that typically goes against the virtues of the travelers. But again, war is hell, and they were fighting a war.
Can I ask?
Sure.
The stone I had back on my universe, it didn't seem to belong to the fake creature who'd tapped into it, but it seemed that creature had found it amongst a bunch of alien leftover tech, aliens of which we have seen several dead bodies of, but not any living. You say you work for one who may be the last of their race?
Yes. And I should probably clear that up. Those aliens, not one of the travelers. Or not travelers. They are...
So you don't work for one of the long...
Are they related to
guys?
the war, though?
No. No, they are not. Both the rest of the travelers and the... We call them the Devourers. The creatures we were fighting. They were basically wiped from existence. From creation. Kind of as a last-ditch effort to stop them from eating the multiverse. The only reason my friend survived was because at the time, he was only half traveler. His mortal form seemed to insulate him from that damage. Unfortunately, that is a species, and we've been looking in on your world a bit. Species we haven't yet encountered. So, it is a unfortunate bit of business, but that is still a mystery for you to solve. We try not to interfere as best as we can, but this was a mitigating circumstance.
One hell of a circumstance.
I'm sorry we couldn't get here sooner. But when the thing activated, it kind of knocked me into a different timeline and, well, had to recalibrate the doors.
I see.
In any case, my boss, my friend, sends his apologies, his condolences, and I, for my part, and he reaches into the jacket he's wearing and pulls out a small glowing orb. I offer you, well, it's probably the best I can do right now. And he breaks the orb. And there's a flash of light. As the light dies, you all now have a +1 to whatever mental stat you choose to put it.
Ooh.
Are we allowed to go over 20?
Probably not.
Are you at 20 already?
I am at 20 wisdom, yes.
Wow.
Holy shit.
That's cray-cray.
I have 2 negative modifiers to make that magic work, but yes. Don't have me do
Noted.
a strength or a charisma anything.
Noted.
Legit.
Very much noted.
Legit.
Okay, so I guess mine's going in intelligence.
Hey, me too.
So,
Bumps my intelligence up to 20.
hell yeah. I know that this was hard for all of you. Having traveled across many universes and seen, I can empathize. I too lost people, loved ones. I lost a wife. And then I had to travel to a universe where she's still alive, married to someone else. So I kind of get it. It sucks. But, and don't tell the boss I told you this, I kind of read ahead. I see how your story ends. Trust me, you're needed right where you're going. So, believe me when I tell you, you are meant to be where you are. Maybe this was meant to happen. It's sucks and it hurts. Trust me, I've lived a long time. I've seen some shit. From what I've seen of you kids, you got the juice. So, I am gonna send you back home now. Back to the tea shop. But if you're ever traveling around the multiverse, or if a weird door ever pops up, sends you to a weird tea shop you've never been to, come on in. Take a seat. All your drinks will be on me. And Magnus turns to lift his hand to, and then he looks back at Ignatius.
What?
She loved you, you know. She still does. You ever find her? You should do something about that.
I've seen how this ends for me once. I'm not keen to do it again.
I'll say this, and then I'll open the door for you. Time has a funny way of changing things. And with that, he'll push against a wall that was not there before. And the wall becomes a door. The door opens. And there on the other side is the tea shop. If it's any consolation, well, I don't know what would be of any consolation at this point. But we're rooting for you. You got this, kids. We'll see you around.
Okay. I think this is a good time for us to conclude our third episode of the second season of Legends and Lore. We hope you all enjoyed the performances and that you come back next week when Half Giant Atlas will be DMing episode 4, continuing our story as she feels it should go. And until next time, please remember, keep grinning.